Good morning. Sorry I couldn't be with you in class today, but I'm sure you had some interesting discussions about cost-benefit analysis and decisions on what types of projects to choose. So one of the assignments this week is doing a case study on LeGrand, and the case study is whether or not they should be purchasing a new lighting system. So in this case study, which I have up on the screen, you should have all had this. It should have come out of your Harvard course pack. You're going to read some background, so you'll see the various background information all in here. And then at the end of this, it talks about the energy pricing, talks about different market features. This allows you to do a comparison between LeGrand if they purchased the new lighting or if they didn't purchase the new lighting. So you'll see some various numbers in here about what their current costs are, and you want to compare those current costs to what the forecasted cost would be if they bought the lighting system. So at the end of here, you're going to see some various numbers. Don't get too overwhelmed with all the words. It's not a lot of reading, and but just go through it and then write down the facts that you think are important so that you can do a good comparison. This on this page here, you're going to see some case discussion questions. So the output here is going to be, you're going to answer these questions, but before you can answer those questions, you need to look at the numbers. And you're going to use the data that's in the case study above to put together that worksheet. There is a worksheet posted in the under your student section in Campus Cruiser, and it's under the section called Excel Worksheet. And you may have received the worksheet when you bought the course pack. Last time when we bought the course pack, the worksheet didn't come with it, but it may have this time. We may have gotten it corrected. Irregardless, if they did not send it to you via the course pack, you have it here in your Cruiser. So take a look at the worksheet, but you need to fill out the worksheet before you can answer any of these questions. So let's go over and take a look at the worksheet real quick. So on this worksheet, you're going to see a lot of numbers. The formulas, this is not an Excel exercise for you. I'm not going to ask you to program the formulas. I'm not going to ask you to program the formulas, but I want you to understand what's going on behind the scenes. So that's why you have the worksheet here. Basically, what you're going to be doing is these areas that are all light blue, or light blue, or aqua, if you're very particular. That's where you're going to be inputting information. So you can see here, these are your assumptions, right above. So we have taxes are applied on vested assets. The annual cost is 1%. Your inflation factor is 3%. So these are your high-level assumptions. And then right in here, this is where you're going to be entering some of your data. So what's your gross investment? What are we going to spend for the new lighting system? There's a rebate that they talked about in the case study. How many fixtures are they going to purchase? And then you'll see here, this is where you'll see some calculations. So be careful in the worksheet because the worksheet is not protected. So if you accidentally clear out some of these formulas, your results could you could wind up with errors below. So be very careful. You're only inputting things in these aqua or these light blue sections. Be careful if there's a formula not to erase it. And then you just move through the worksheet. So what's the area in square feet of the warehouse? Here's your federal tax rate is already populated. But you can see once you enter in numbers, so our lighting investment, say it's $10,000. That's not the real number, FYI. So I'm just doing that. But you can see here, and then if the rebate was $50, right? And then how many fixtures are they going to buy? 5,000 fixtures. You can see that the calculations just automatically populate for you. All right? And then what you're going to do is over here, you're going to be comparing the old system to the new system. So what's its, the new system should be more efficient, right? So how many hours per day are they running the old system? How many hours per day are they running the new system? The days per week, the weeks per year. I think I remember the new system is a lighting system that automatically turns the lights off, so it's not running as much. And then it also has less wattage than the old system, so you're going to be inputting your wattage. And then this will actually calculate what your savings are. And then you're going to come over and you'll be calculating some of your tons of carbon is the only calculation over here. So be careful. Sometimes this trips people up, and you can just use the information that's in the case study. But once you enter all this information, then what the system is going to do, where all this says your DIVs, these are all errors, and that's because nothing's inputted in the beginning of this particular worksheet. If I were to put numbers in here, so hours per day that the old system was running, let's say it's working for 40 hours and now it's only working for 20, and days per week was 5, and days per week is 5, weeks per year is 52 and 52. If the watts per unit were 1,000 under the old system and it's say 500 under the new system. By the way, these are all made up numbers just so that you can see that everything is working. And then you'll see down in here that the worksheet will automatically populate and will give you what your savings are. So it's going to calculate the cash flow, it's going to calculate your accumulated cash flow, and then applies the discount rate, and then we'll calculate what your numbers are throughout. So I just wanted to walk you through that very quickly because we have to fill in this, and that's the one area of square feet. Again, these numbers are made up. And must be missing one more here. So if you follow this through and you enter in everything that is in Aqua, then you should be okay, and we should be able to, then you should be able to analyze the information as it comes down. I will double check this number here to make sure that your IRR is working fine for your 5 and 7 years, so that you can answer that question, and you should be good to go. So once you fill out the Excel spreadsheet, remember all the data is available in your case study. So read through it carefully, and then you complete the worksheet, and then you can go back to the case study and you can answer your questions. So you should be able to answer, what are the appropriate incentives? Are there short payback periods? What's the long-term savings? What's your price per ton? And then what reasons should be offered for not pursuing this project? So basically, I want you to answer these questions, and then by looking at the numbers, you're going to make a recommendation of whether or not they should actually buy this new lighting system or stick with their old system, and then give your reasons why. So that's it. Enjoy your class today, and I will see you online on the message boards and when I'm grading your assignments for week 2. Thanks.